And thank you for tuning into this webinar on the introduction to the new generation of DECT solutions. My name is Anita, and I am the Asia Pacific Marketing Specialist at Grandstream Networks. Joined with me today is one of our amazing APAC Technical Support Engineer, Jazz. She will be doing a live demo configuration of the DP752 Web UI later in the presentation. And we will be going over the three newly released DECT solutions, the DP730, DP722 handsets, and DP752 base station. And these devices offer a mid to high-end DECT solution featuring sleek new designs, enhanced user interface, and a powerful suite of new features. And for any questions throughout this presentation, don't hesitate to comment in the chat on the side or ask questions using the Q&A button on the bottom of your IP Video Talk screen. And for those that are wondering, yes, you will be receiving a copy of these slides if you registered for this webinar. All right, let's get started with the basics first. What is DECT? How does it work and why do people need it? DECT stands for Digital Enhanced Cordless Telecommunications. A DECT phone consists of a base and one or more handsets. And it is a type of phone set that allows you to roam in the house or in the office while you talk. And this really is the main reason for you to use DECT phones, to set yourself free from being pinned to a certain distance based on your phone cord. And with DECT, you'll have a further range, and depending on your PBX, like our UCM IPBX series, if you have shared appearance, you can transfer your calls from handset to handset, or normally each handset would have different extensions. So in that case, you would just call in that extension when switching to another handset. And also with DECT, you'll be able to use advanced feature compared to a regular IP phone. For example, with Grandstream, we are one of the first to include PTT or push-to-talk function in our DECT phones, including the older model DP720. So PTT allows on-the-go staff to easily and quickly keep in touch with each other and communicate instantly. And this adds both a layer of safety, but also expands productivity for school staff, doctors, nurses, warehouse staff, hotel maintenance team, and retail associates, and more. The new DECT generation telephony features include hold, transfer, forward functionalities, three-way conferencing, PTT, intercom, and this is just direct calling between two handsets, which does not require communication over the network. The soft keys and arrow keys can be configured to intercom mode. Selecting the configured key will bring up a list of handset names, and selecting will make a direct call to that handset. And alternatively, if you dial the single handset ID, the soft key will display intercom. And if you dial more digits, this will change to line mode for normal line selection. And this feature is supported on all models. So not to be confused with the PTT function, to clarify a bit more, with PTT, only one person can talk at a time in an established group. And with intercom, it's a direct call between two handsets, so both parties can talk until the session ends. In PTT, a handset has to unmute if a handset is already unmuted. The other handsets will not be able to talk. And intercom is just a normal call other than just being between handsets directly. Other features include call park, call pickup, and ring groups, which includes circular mode, linear mode, and parallel mode. In the near future, we will be adding the share mode. The new DPs also have auto answer, click to dial, flexible dial plan, downloadable phone book, and can support up to 400 meters outdoors and 50 meters indoors. And according to livewire.com, The typical range for DECT is around 300 meters, and with Grandstream, we can support 100 meters over the average DECT. So here's a close-up of the DP730 handset. And we've included the gravity and proximity sensor, and you can see that on the left, to save battery life and to provide flexible options to the handsets for your convenience. This also offers a powerful security element in that the device could automatically trigger a panic call or PTT call when the handset senses it is being dropped or is still for too long. So realistically, what it is good for is that it can be used for warehouse workers, maintenance staff, and industrial employees who are always climbing up and down ladders and around heavy equipment. The DP730's built-in accelerometer adds a powerful method to safety for them to automatically and immediately notify others if they fall or get hurt. Another useful benefits of the proximity sensor is that if the handset is close to your ear, you can enable the LCD screen to turn off to save battery. Another feature is that during a call, if the handset is turned face down, the call will hang up, so you don't have to press any buttons to end a call. And if you put the handset back on the charging cradle, it will also hang up. For incoming calls, you have the option to reject the call by simply placing the DP face down. And these features are disabled by default, and you can easily enable them in the settings option on your handset. And these sensors are only available on the DP730. Another cool feature only included in the DP730 is the volume control buttons on the side. Two are for volume control and the other is for PTT function. On the DP722 and DP720 handsets, volume control is handled by configurable soft key arrows, by default left and right arrows for lower and higher volume respectively. Lastly, something else to mention is that the vibration option is only available on the DP730. So in summary of the DP730 Enterprise DECT cordless IP phone, it allows users to mobilize their VoIP network throughout any business, warehouse, retail store, residential environments, and it's supported by Grandstream's DP750 and DP752 DECT VoIP base stations and delivers a combination of mobility and top-notch telephony performance. So up to 5 DP730 handsets are supported on each base station, while supporting a range of up to 400 meters outdoors and 50 meters indoors with 40 hours of talk time and 500 hours standby time. The DP730 offers double the battery life of any previous model. So essentially, you can go an entire week without having to charge your phone, depending of course on how much you use it. And it also includes a long-lasting and easily rechargeable lithium-ion battery, and it supports up to 10 SIP accounts per handset. Next, let's move on to our DP722. This is our mid-tier DECT handset, and you have all the basic keys here. If you compare this to the DP730, the 730 has 3 programmable soft keys, while the 722 has 2, and no volume buttons on the side. So you would use the 2 soft keys below the screen for volume controlled, as mentioned before. And also the screen is smaller as well, and compared to the 720, it has very similar specs, but we will go over that later in the presentation. So just like the 730, the DP722 is also supported by Grandstream's DP750 and 752 DECT VoIP base stations. Each DP722 supports a range of up to 350 meters outdoors and 50 meters indoors with 20 hours of talk time and 250 hours standby time. The DP722 offers an affordable mid-range cordless DECT solution for any business or residential user. And this model is intended to replace the DP720 in the future. Now, the new DECT base station, DP752. It has the typical features of a base station. This new hardware design shows 3 LED buttons for power, network and account, and DECT. In the middle, you have the subscribe/paging button to signal and locate your DP handsets. The DP752 is a powerful DECT VoIP base station that pairs up to 5 of Grandstream's DP series DECT handsets, and it supports outdoor range of up to 400 meters with the DP730, up to 350 meters with the DP722, and 300 for the DP720, as well as indoor range of up to 50 meters to give users the freedom to move around their work or home. The DECT VoIP base station supports up to 10 SIP accounts and 5 concurrent calls, while also offering 3-way conferencing, full HD audio and integrated PoE. A shared SIP account on all handsets will add seamless unified features that gives users the ability to answer all calls regardless of the location in real time. And it also supports a variety of auto-provisioning methods and TLS, SRTP, HTTPS encryption security. And here is just a diagram to emphasize on the features of the DP752. To reiterate, it supports 10 SIP accounts and up to 5 DP handsets. Any SIP account can be loaded on any handset. Now that we've covered the new DPs, let's compare them in addition to our older models. The DP722 is a straight upgrade of the DP720. Nicer design, better audio with the redesigned acoustic chamber, and range by using better antenna. The functions are the same though between the DP722 and DP720. They have the same key layouts and same firmware, and we've already went over the key differences with the enterprise DP730 as well as the 722. For the base station, the 752 and 750, as you can see from the chart, the outdoor range is much further for the 730, and that would be really the main reason to upgrade. Other reasons to upgrade is that the 752 supports secure boot and secure data, while the DP750 does not. The DP752 RF performance is improved as reflected in the range, and due to the shape and layout change of the antenna and it supports ceiling mount in addition to wall mount. The 752 is designed so that the antenna is optimally placed even when sitting on a flat surface vertically versus the flat orientation of the DP750. And now is the time for our live demo portion, so I'll switch over to Jazz.
Hello everyone, I'm Jazz. So I'll be doing a very quick demo on how it looks like when you log into a DP752. So first you have to get the IP address of DP752. You can get them by using an IP scanner. Once you have plugged in your DP752 connected to a router or DHCP server, you should receive an IP address coming from the router. You can do a quick IP scan and get the IP address. Alternatively, you could pair a DP730 or any DP handsets to the base station, and you could get the IP address of the base station directly from the handset. So once you got into the web UI here, the username will be admin, but unlike with how DP752 sets the password as admin as well, we decide to improve security for DP752. The password of your DECT phone is unique per unit, so the password could be filed under the sticker that is stick on the unit display. So this is my password. And we log in. So this is how it looks like. It looks basically exactly the same like how DP752 looks like. In my base station, you could see that I have 2 SIP accounts configured and 2 handsets are being paired to this account. You could have DP752 has 4 profiles. The profiles allows you to set things like your IP address of your SIP server. You could create multiple accounts up to 4 of them. You can pair up to 4 SIP servers. And as for DECT phones, it can pair up to 5 handsets here. And you could set the individual settings of the handset under handset settings. As what Anita has mentioned, our DP752 supports up to 10 SIP accounts. So after you have created one profile under profiles 1 or profile 2, okay, like what I did here is I give it a profile name, a SIP server IP address, which is my UCM IP address. If you have other preference on such as network settings, SIP settings, port numbers, if you are using any security or certificates that you want to upload, audio settings, what kind of codec it should be using, and the call settings, like the caller ID and other server ringing timeouts, special features you can set under here. So once you have created one profile, you could create the corresponding SIP accounts here and pair it with a dedicated profile. So for example, I have one SIP account 3001. I have keyed in the authenticate ID password, and I can choose whether I want to use it for profile 1 or profile 2 or profile 3 and 4. This is HS mode is where you set the hunting mode. So you could set 3001 directly to one handset, handset number 1 or handset number 2, or you could set them in circular, linear or parallel mode. Circular allows the ringing to go in circular positions. For example, if it goes to handset 1 first, handset 2, handset 3, and if it's got picked up under handset 3, the next call will go to handset 4 and keep on ringing and then go back to the first one. On linear, it will always start from the first handset, regardless on the position of the rings of the call. So for example, the first call will go to handset 1, handset 2, handset 2 pick it up, and the second call will still go back to handset 1 again, starting from 1, and so on and so forth. For parallel, all of the rings out of the handset will ring, and whoever pick it up will answer the call, and the rest will still become available to pick up the second call. So once you have set all the SIP accounts here, you could set the line for each handset. So for example, here I have 2 handsets available. One of the handset 1 is actually DP730, handset 2 is the DP720. So just for you to know that DP752 supports backward compatibility to all of our handset models. So it could pair with not only DP730, DP722, it could also pair with our current old model, which is DP720. So I have two handsets here. I've configured two lines on both handsets, 3001 and 3002. Under DECT settings, you could change the base station name, or if you have a DP760, which is our repeater, you could enable the repeater mode and configure the pair with a repeater to enlarge the coverage. This is the basic network settings. By default, you will be using a DHCP mode. However, if you want to change it to a static IP, you could do it here. You could also configure your OpenVPN directly in this tab. It supports the OpenVPN. You could just upload your CA cert, your certificate, and the key directly in this page. I've seen some customers that actually like to use direct IP call. If yes, you will have to enable it from this tab, System Features, and also make sure that you set random ports to no. Under maintenance is where you perform, you set the configurations for upgrading and your configuration backup. So most of the time, when we first log into the web UI, we'll look at the system info. This page shows us the firmware that this DECT or this base station is on. So basically it's on 0.7.5, which is the latest firmware. Normally we will recommend users to make sure that the handset firmware is the same as what you have on your base station. So we know that the base station is 7.5. What about the handsets? So here under DECT base station, you can see that my handset firmware is 7.5, which is the same version, and that's good. It most likely means that most of the supported features will be working fine as well. Will be working fine without any problems. If you're trying to find your handset that is located incorrectly, like for example in a warehouse that's so big, you might lose your handset and you want to find back your handset, the thing that you can do is do a paging on the handset. You could physically click on the big button that is located right in the middle of the base station to do paging to all of the handsets, or you could just click on this page. And you could hear that my handset is actually ringing, and that's coming from the paging from that base station. Under this icon, you could see that the battery level of all handsets. Handset 1 is not charging, handset 2 is charging. If there's any issues that you are facing, most of the time support will be asking you to gather some syslog or packet trace for us to further investigate. The best thing about our base station is that it has a built-in packet capture feature. So instead of just pointing it to a Wireshark, you could just capture the packet right in the base station. You have to go to maintenance, packet capture, do a start, click on start, and then you will start to run the features. And once you have done with it, click on stop and download the file and attach it to your ticket or in the email. If you like any documentation on how to use the DP752, you could just click on all of this. It will point you to the page where you can just physically download the PDF file. If you would like to configure phone books for all your DECT phones, you could do it under a phone book tab. You can choose whether it to be an LDAP server or using an XML for the phone book to download it. And here, if you're using LDAP, here's where you set all the settings. So the difference between global phone book and a private phone book is that global phone book will be shared across all the handsets, and private phone book is very personal to only one handset.
Alright, that's all about how to take the question. How do you really send me this
I think that's all for my demo. I'll pass it back to Anita. And please leave any questions that you have in the chat box and I'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you, Jazz, for that lovely demo. And next, I wanted to go over DECT versus WP series. And as some of you may already be familiar with the WP series, this is our wireless portable IP phone. Shown on the right is the WP820. So when should you purchase DECT and when should you choose WP? Well, DECT is the more reliable option in certain settings than using Wi-Fi due to interference. However, settings with large numbers of Wi-Fi access points and devices are more common, whereas DECT uses specific radio frequencies with a much lower chance of overlap. And Wi-Fi, of course, has more flexibility in a large-scale deployment, whereas we are limited by the range of a base station and repeaters. And Wi-Fi just needs more access points to spread out. So depending on how large your deployment is, you can consider either options. So we're almost at the end here. Just wanted to remind you to stay updated through our social media pages, and especially our Facebook page at APAC Grandstream. We post regularly and it's a great platform to follow because it shows all the latest updates. We also host quarterly giveaways. And currently our giveaway right now is called #ILoveGrandstream. All you have to do, and it's so easy, is to tell us 3 reasons why you love Grandstream for a chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. And we will be choosing 2 winners. You have until March 27th to enter, and this is by far the easiest giveaway we've hosted, so don't miss your chance on easy $50. Also, check out our Grandstream Academy page and webinars on our website. There are 2 upcoming GCS trainings that's happening this month. One has already passed. And these are limited in spots, so please register as soon as you can. These are all conducted online through our IP video talk, and if you have any questions on this, please email me. This is open to everyone, whether you're an engineer, a sales, or marketing. Anyone can take these courses. Also, I wanted to review some valuable resources that you should all be taking advantage of. If you haven't already yet, please sign up to become a certified Grandstream reseller. And being part of this awesome program, you'll get priority support tickets, update on news, webinars, and training materials. This is really the one-stop shop resource center for you. And here's an inside look at the portal. One important file that I would suggest for you all to download is our sell sheets. And now available on our page is our DECT cordless handset sell sheet featuring the 3 newly released DPs that we covered today. It has a basic summary of the competitive features, product positioning, and key technical specifications. And to get this file, all you have to do is have an account on Partner Connect, and it's easy and it's free to sign up on our page. Click on the Sales and Marketing tab and then find Other Sales Material, and you'll be able to see this sell sheet. And that's a wrap for this presentation on the new DP generation. I'll take this time to allow anyone to ask any further questions. Again, this presentation will be sent to everyone who has registered, so please keep a lookout for that email in the next few days. For additional support, questions, and comments, please email sales_asia@grandstream.com. So thank you everyone for joining, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are, and see you at our next webinar.